I thought we'd do an update this morning on our garden. It's been a little while since we've done that, but these are the peppers that we topped, and look how bushy they are, and just doing so well. They're short and stout, a lot of them having flowers, and we wanted to show you our garden salsa. We've got 3 of them across here, but
see if I can get over here.
Boy, we're not very good. Look at that. What are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nice garden salsas. Looking forward to some salsa later this week. Really great. And these are our camelots we have in here. They're flowering up well, and look at this big one here. It's getting a little sunburned, but some of the others will be underneath and there will be more shade. But we just think that they are doing really well and coming along great, and so we're excited about that and to start eating some peppers fairly soon. We wanted to show you what we do with our tomatoes. We don't really prune our tomatoes. We leave all the growing stems down below. They will come out and produce fruit down lower. Of course, there would be an airplane going over. But anyway, down below you'll see that dead leaf. Sherry, go ahead. And we go through and prune off. There's another one behind. We go through and prune these off. Just do these 2 or 3. That one only has 1. And it's too hard to see back there. So just anyway, they curl up. They're some of the first leaves on the plant. They're down at the base. We like to have as much air circulation as we can underneath. So we're going to go through and prune these off this morning, and it'll make it better. But just notice how they are flowering up here. There's all kinds of nice flowers. Look at this bunch over here on this plant. Just fantastic, and they almost all set. We go through and vibrate, and we'll show a video of that one of these days when we get a few more flowers, how we go through with our electric toothbrush and vibrate them, and it improves our production. So here's some carrots. We did finally get carrots. We almost gave up on them and had to replant a couple times, and they were so slow coming out. But we've been getting carrots and eating those. We have some onions there, just some little onions that we use for chives. So we just cut them off and use them in our soups and stuff. Our other onions are doing well. They're starting to form up now. A little thicker stalks. Down there you can see it a little more. Down there. So they're forming, and they'll come along. Here's some more peppers. And our tomatoes again. You'll notice some in the front row are shorter. We didn't have as many germinate the first time as we wanted, and so we had to replant. So they're behind, but that's all right. We'll get tomatoes off from them and it'll be good. But look at these onions. Just looking so great and coming along just wonderfully. Here's some of our kale. It's still holding in there. This is curly kale, and the heat kind of gets to it, but this variety seems to do pretty well, and we are getting good production from that. We keep drying kale. We still have some lettuce that's holding on. This is Adriana. It seems to be really much better in the heat than some others. We have some other down here I'll show you, but then this is called dinosaur kale, and it's still coming along fine. Notice how we just peel off the ones on the bottom as we need it. We have dried so much kale. We have I don't know, 20 quarts of it or something to use later in the summer when we can't grow it here in Arizona. But look at this kale, just wonderful. And then here's a different variety of lettuce. These are all leafy. What's this one, Sherry?
Muir.
Yeah, Muir. This is Muir. So anyway, it's doing well. And that is Adriana again. But then look at this spinach. These two here we took off yesterday and cut back to this. They look just like this yesterday. So this spinach is just fantastic. It keeps well, it'll hold well in the refrigerator for us, and we use it in everything that we cook with. So it's exciting. Many of you may remember the things, how we did some garlic and germinated the cloves and the bulb in a bus tub with the grill, and they germinated in about 12 weeks. We transplanted, and now look at them. They're coming along fine. We just don't know in the heat if they're going to make it as big as they should, because we had a late start with them, but it should, I'm sure they'll make something. And that's the way we're going to germinate our garlic. We bought it from our local store. It was from California White. We got to pick out the bulbs. They were huge. They germinated well, and I think this is the way to grow garlic.